Right, guys, we're here with Alfie George, who is the goalkeeper coach at Cray Wanderers. So, he played a bit until he was 24, just locally. So, when you were my age, 13, what team did you play for and in what position?
So 13, gosh, I don't think I was playing a goal at 13, believe it or not. I think I was playing for Fisher Athletic, and it was kind of up front and in goal. And 13 was the age where I started to realise I was probably a bit better in goal than I was out on pitch.
Okay.
So Fisher, which is a localish club now, so on the rise. They had a few hard times, but so Fisher Athletic with a team at your age.
Okay. What footballers or goalkeepers did you idolise growing up?
Definitely not goalkeepers growing up. No, it's David Beckham for me. Fortunately, I met him when I was 7, so I sort of fell in love with him and also football at that point. And I think any speak to anyone around my age, David Beckham's the man.
What football teams did you support? Obviously, growing up on
Man United. Yeah, Cockney Red. So from London. My dad's Millwall. Played a little bit for Millwall and stuff. So he tried and pushed. Brothers Chelsea, but I'm Man United just purely because of David Beckham.
Bit of a mix from family.
Yeah,
we don't like Millwall's Palace fans. Right, would you rather win the Champions League with Man United or the World Cup of England?
World Cup with England. World Cup. If it's got to be the World Cup of England.
If you could lift that World Cup trophy, what would it feel like?
It'd be amazing. I think it's everyone's dream, even as a supporter. The last few years being an England fan's been really exciting. So World Cup 1 to 2, sure, I'll take that.
Yeah. Expectations for that?
Be interesting. I was disappointed with the squad selection for the next few games, but he's obviously got his priorities, and he's a winner. He's won leagues and domestic cups and the Champions League, so it'd be interesting to see what he does.
A big name obviously in that England squad is Jordan Henderson. What are your thoughts on him getting selected? It was quite controversial in my opinion. Yeah,
I think he gets a bit of stick. Rightly, wrongly, but he creates balance in a side. You can't win things with everyone being sort of superstars. You look at the basketball team for the USA in the Olympics. There's a lot of star players in there, and it's usually the ones that you 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10s that don't get the recognition. So, rightly or wrongly, he's in it for a reason. Probably experience more than anything right now, but I think he gives us balance in that side. But I think there's better younger players that could be pushing through, getting ready for later camps, in my opinion.
I was thinking someone like Adam Morton could serve.
100%. You can see why he went to the 21s.
Yeah.
I was a bit disappointed Adam Morton didn't get him.
Yeah. How do you bounce back with the side, obviously, after a defeat?
It's about keeping spirits high first and foremost. I think it was only our first loss. I think we've only lost 5 since the turn of the year.
Yeah.
So it's been a nice habit not to be having to bounce back from many losses. But we had a bit of a rest day Tuesday, just kept everyone together, and then we sort of focused tonight on Saturday.
According to Tim, you're unbeaten since October. Does that push spirits when you're playing here?
Definitely. I think the local fans getting behind us has been massive. Last season our average attendance was about 200, and we're averaging about 6 now. So the fans are huge, and being here is big, and we want to keep our unbeaten record at home till the end of the season now.
Okay. Do you hoping for promotion, potential playoff spot?
Our aim this year, the main objective and the first objective was to stay up. It's a competitive league, our league. I think we're not far off the Conference South in terms of player ability. So we've been punching above our weight slightly. Obviously, we want to push for playoffs, but mathematically, it's getting a little less achievable, especially after the loss at the weekend. But until we get the numbers and it says no, we'll still push for playoffs.
Okay. Right. The funniest in the dressing room?
Oh, good question. Tom Bonner, the skipper, he's a good laugh. Kitman Paddy.
Yeah, I've heard that name a few times.
I think people more laugh at him rather than with him, if I'm being honest. But probably the kit man. Skipper Bonds and Rem, the other centre half, Remy Sutton.
Okay.
Very good characters.
If you could build a 5-a-side team, including yourself, who would be included?
Cool. From the squad we've got in next door, yeah.
Anyone.
Or anyone, like professionally.
Anyone who's played football in their life.
Cool. Probably, obviously myself, like you say, wouldn't be first choice, but so probably myself. Defender wise, probably Rio Ferdinand, being a Man United supporter. Bex has obviously got to be in there.
Yeah.
Realistically, that's 3. Probably a forward. You're probably looking at the original Ronaldo. I know everyone says 2 Ronaldos, but for me, the original Ronaldo, and Probably someone like Iniesta or Xavi, just to link it
Okay.
up.
Talking about the original Ronaldo, we're going to go to a new one. Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Right. During your playing days, would you prefer to get, as a striker, would you prefer to get a last-minute winner or a hat-trick?
Ooh, last minute winner, especially in
winner.
football.
Header or a volley?
Volley.
Goal or assist, especially as a keeper?
Ooh, as a keeper, a goal. Coming up for a corner or something in the last minute, it's got to be a goal.
Did you ever do it?
No, plenty of assists. Tried my luck a few times when it's windy and you're playing,
Yeah.
playing on pitches with stands not so big. You do try your luck. So yeah.
Okay. How would you describe yourself as a goalkeeper coach in one word?
Ooh, that's a good question. Enjoyable.
Enjoyable.
Yeah.
Do you like the role at the club?
I love it. Yeah, it was a stopgap, but once I finished playing, I finished playing very young, so I took my badges and just to keep it.
Yeah.
Keep
You
it
can't really
involved.
say no that you don't like it.
Exactly. Yeah, otherwise it'd be reviewed, wouldn't it?
Right, now we're going to do a quick little quiz about Cray, testing your knowledge on the club. Right, without looking at the badge, what year was Cray Wanderers founded? Was it A, 1859, B, 1864, or C, 1860?
C, 1860.
Correct. How many goals have Cray Wanderers scored this season in the league at the time of recording? Is it A, 42, B, 46, or C, 38?
I'll be killed if I get this wrong because I'm the stat man. It's not been the most prolific season. I'd probably say I'll go in the middle. Was it 42?
Yep.
Yeah.
42. What current Crystal Palace player played for Cray in his youth? Is it A, Ebere Eze, B, Tyrek Mitchell, or C, Mark Gahey?
Mark Gahey. Yeah, I'll give you an interesting
Correct.
fact. We did have Eze's brother in at one point
Did
this
we?
season. Yeah.
Yeah, he's now at Palace.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we had I think it was his youngest brother. He come in for
Oh,
a
okay.
training session from Palace. Yeah. So there's a good
Nice.
fact for you.
Okay. Where did Cray finish in the table? Sorry, last season. Is it A, 11th, B, 17th, or C, 15th?
Wasn't the best season. 15th seems too high, so probably 17 was just outside relegation. Yeah, 17.
Yeah,
I reckon,
17th.
so
You're doing
yeah.
quite well.
Yeah.
Where was Cray's home before Flamingo Park?
Ooh. Last season it was at Bromley's ground, so Hayes Lane.
Yeah,
So
Hayes.
I'm hoping it was there. Good, yeah.
Yep. And what do you feel, obviously, seeing Mark Gay getting the call up for England, like wearing that England shirt at Wembley? What does it feel like to know he played here at Cray and it was some big part in his career coming through?
I think it's really good, especially for the youth section of football. It's
Yeah.
quite big here. I think we've got something like 40 odd teams, so
Yeah.
it's good for them to see that it's achievable. I know people say about figures about 1 in millions and whatever, but
Yeah.
when you have someone that comes through your system and goes into the levels that he's played,
Yeah.
I think it just helps players really realise their dream probably is not far off. Obviously there's a lot
Yeah.
of hard work that goes into it, but I think it's brilliant that you have someone of that figure come from us, and it shows that there is talent and good coaches in the club.
Yeah, and it just feels that little bit special to see him play and knowing his roots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and knowing that he's from this area and
Yeah.
he's not at this ground but come through this club.
Yeah.
I think it really helps the kids have an
Yeah.
achievable dream.
Got any words for obviously kids growing up, playing here or anywhere that want to make it?
Just work hard, to be honest. You don't get anything easy, so it's about
Yeah.
work, dedication,
Okay.
and knowing a few people that have gone off into the professional game. It was very much like they would choose training over personal circumstances and parties. So
Yeah.
it's work hard, get your head down, and fate probably takes its toll.
Right, well, thank you for your time.
Appreciate that, mate.
Appreciate
Thank you very
that.
much.